You know, the question is, which is under discussion since the establishment of ICANN, who oversees ICANN?
Many people think that ICANN, they regularly label it as US-controlled, inward-looking, and highly technical organization.
Because the ICANN was established under a contract with the United States government, so it was first of all the United States government to make a decision.
When the US government was considering its role, we urged them to step back and privatize ICANN, which is what they promised to do originally. They said that ICANN was going to be a private sector organization and the US government was going to get out of the picture after 2 or 3 years.
Well, ICANN is already private, not-for-profit company based in California. So it's already private company. So it's, to me, it would be better if it becomes a real international body, so with a more international status. Now it's still a not-for-profit company based in California, so that's the status of ICANN.
When the United States government ended its contract with ICANN, which was called the Joint Project Agreement, a new affirmation of commitment was signed both by ICANN and the US government, and the part of this affirmation of commitment is that ICANN should be reviewed and overseen not by one single government or by a number of governments in form of an intergovernmental council, but by a multi-stakeholder review team so that the global internet community can follow what ICANN does.
The governance of the internet is dominated by North America and to some extent Europe. The Asians are the real ones that are kind of left out of the picture. I think mainly for linguistic reasons, partially for cultural reasons. And the US has so much of an advantage in terms of technological prowess. In some sense, they are reaping the benefits of good policies. And then we had a very entrepreneurial, open approach to the internet. So, of course, it's not just American people, but Europeans or Asians who want to become business people on the internet have actually migrated to the US because of the better infrastructure and the better policies. So, for example, the World Wide Web protocol was invented by a European, but where is he now?
I think by all means Europe has to defend itself. And of course when you talk about Europe, you talk about the European Union, but 27 member states and more countries when we talk about Europe as such. So we have to strengthen the links and quite involved working at the European level at Business Europe with EURIT to promote the .eu.
I think that the business community is more represented at American level. I think that European business users should make their voice more heard at ICANN level. Again, it's you know, there are different ways for them to do it at ICANN, and they should know that you know, ICANN is one of the options they have, and so participation should be a plus for them.
Today, Europe has 6 of the top CCTLD registries in the world.
EURIT is ready to take up its responsibility as well and play its role. At the end of last year, for instance, we introduced IDNs, making it possible to register domain names with characters used in the 23 official languages of the European Union.
.eu, operated by EURID, is among the fastest growing domain names in the European Union.
EURIT has been working closely together with registrars and law enforcement bodies to contribute to the fight against different kinds of cybercrime. Last week, we deployed DNSSEC without compromising our service of dynamic updates.
.eu and EURID have been extremely mentioned and heavily mentioned in many press releases, so that's really good.
The .eu zone has been signed, and some early adopter registrars have started signing some of their zones.
Going on, it's going to be a hot topic, and it's going to be implemented in the root zone next month.
We are now looking forward to the 15th of July to put our keys in the root for completing the deployment.
Hi, my name is Mike Sachs, and I'm a Belgian, so I'm very pleased and honored to welcome everybody here to Brussels. I hope you have a lot of fun.
I think it has been already a success for EURIT and .eu because we have been said by many people, that has been an extremely well-attended conference, extremely well-organized.
As hosts of this meeting, we are happy to see so many people joining us here in Brussels. This meeting has already set a landmark as one of the best attended meetings in the history of ICANN. Thank you.